Today we're being joined by Lily Paterson from the Swan Districts and a potential draft prospect for this year. Lily, thanks for coming on.
No worries.
Now, tell us a bit about yourself. What got you into footy, Lily, and what type of player you are?
So got into footy just through school, playing in my school sports teams. Played for club. Yeah, just really enjoyed the sport first time I played it. Type of player I am, I'm pretty crafty, I'd say. Like to, like to create some new things in the game. Yeah, like to just have fun. That's my main thing. Yeah, just enjoy it.
That's good. Obviously, a lot of people, when they have their footy journey, they always talk about, how they've played since Oskies. Now, is it correct in saying you've played for only about 3 to 4 years?
Yeah, not long now. I played Swans. Last year was kind of my first full year. The year before that, I got into state 16s and then played just a couple games here and there at Swans. But I did play at Caversham club football for a couple years. But yeah.
That's good. Obviously transitioning from local really all the way now into the Swan Districts. How's the move been for you from that step from last year more so than now? Moving from local to districts, and how did that opportunity come about?
Yeah, so it came about through the state team. So I played, state 16s, and then Swans were like, "Oh, you're in our area, we'd love for you to come play for our Rogers." And I was like, "Yeah." I was a bit iffy at first because I didn't really want to pursue football in that way to begin with. But yeah, then I did, and I really enjoyed it. But the transitions were really good. The coaches are really nice. Everyone's so welcoming. It's a really good bunch. Yeah, I love it.
That's good. So I'm sure you're now really happy you made it decision, because you said you weren't overly keen to make that jump, but now I'm sure there's no regrets in how you've gone in this year in particular, but in the 2-year period so far.
Yeah, definitely no regrets. I'm loving it at the moment. I'm having the most fun. Obviously I've just left school, so I can put all my all into it and really give it a good crack this year.
For sure. Now, obviously, being in draft year, Lily, so obviously, do you feel like there's any added pressure on yourself being in your draft year?
Um, I mean, a little bit, but not really, to be honest, because it's just the game. Whatever happens, happens. I'll give it my all this year. I'm happy with whatever outcome. I'm happy with the way I'm playing at the moment. So that's just yeah, I don't really yeah.
It's fair. Now, obviously, you obviously had a reasonable season last year, Lily, but what do you put down to this insane start this year? Now, I know you don't probably want to talk about yourself in this way, but I'll do it for you. So, obviously, first 5 games, obviously having 13 touches in round 1, but then after that, 24 touches the week after with a goal, 3 tackles, 21, 3 tackles the week after, 23 touches, 3 tackles the week after. And then on the weekend, 26 possessions, 2 goals and 4 tackles. What do you put that big rise in form to? Did you do anything in the preseason differently? What do you put that down to?
Yeah, I did definitely. It's just definitely just putting in the extra work, 100%. I fix up my diet, so I just eat really clean now. Lots of running. I did. I don't know if you know Zippy Fish.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, so Zippy, I went down south with her, and she kind of showed me the mindset of an athlete in a way, the running, all the hard work you need to put in, and that just switched my mind really. I was like, I need to, if I really want to give it a good crack, I need to do extra running or do extra gym, just really putting in hard work, and it makes a difference.
Sure, it absolutely does. So, in terms of your preparation now, do you feel like Zippy has been a big contributor into that shift of, well, not in form, but you talk about the off fields over the diets and everything. Do you put it down to, has she been a big factor, and has been some other people that have been helping you along that way to transition again?
Yeah, so my best friend growing up, his name's Blake. He's done this diet thing for 5 years. I really I was like, wow, that's amazing. And he's into footy as well, and he loves it. And I did it for about 2 years and then stopped for a bit, but yeah, obviously went back on it. Because it just it just feels better. With Zippy, it was definitely the running and the hard work, and I got an insight of what needs to be done if you want to get to the next level, because obviously she's an amazing athlete as well. So yeah, really, yeah, grateful for those people.
That's good. How do you assess your start, Lily, this year? Obviously, it's been, from my eyes, and a lot of people, I'm sure they would say the same, has been a fantastic start for you. How do you put that down to? And then how do you continue that form as well and not, try not to go back down. You can only go up from here and at least be at that level again continuously.
Yeah. Yeah, so definitely like need to just continue to put in the work, the extra stuff. I feel like that's really important. Could you just repeat the beginning of that question for me? Sorry.
Sure. So
Oh, the
obviously, you got a great start this year, averaging well over 20 disposals, playing through the midfield as well. How can you keep this form up to make sure that you continue on this way and doesn't fluctuate the other way and just continues to go up, or at least
yeah.
at the level?
Yeah, it's just definitely, sorry, that mindset. Just being so motivated, putting in the hard work. And yeah, just like even the little things like getting down to training early, like or just like stuff like that, and connecting with teammates. To keep it going though, like that's why I'm grateful. Like I don't feel much pressure at the moment, which is like really handy because then I can feel like I can just perform and have fun. Like that's my main thing is, just having fun really.
For sure. Now, obviously, in terms of the AFLW side of things, in terms of the draft at the end of the year, as you said, obviously football was a late thing for you, so obviously, I'm sure it wasn't fully in your mind a long, long time ago, like it is for some people. How do you feel going into that? And if that opportunity was arise, would you be happy to go anywhere in terms of a state?
Yeah, of course. I'd love to go overstay or anything. Anyone I'd be so grateful. I feel it's just a great opportunity and great people, like people that are so motivated and really aspire to be like them. Um, yeah, like honestly, I'd love to make AFLW be such a cool experience. And I am working hard, like trying to get to that level. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But yeah.
That's good. Obviously playing in the WAFLW league, obviously you got mature bodies in terms of age and experience. How beneficial is it to play in your draft range, or is your draft, in that age group around 18, how beneficial is it to play against some bigger body seasoned veterans and some AFLW players that float in the leagues from time to time at the moment in particular, compared to, say, another league like the women's in Victoria, for example, they only play the under 18 competitions and people their age, whereas in your case, you're playing against people your age and highly skilled, but also the experienced ones as well.
Yeah, well, I love it. I think it's great. Because then you get the best of both worlds. Really, you get those experienced players, the new players. Everyone's got their own little like attributes in a way. Like they're all good at different things. So it's good. I have to adapt to the way other people play, especially those older players. But yeah, there's always you can always get better. So I feel like versing older people it really helps with that.
For sure. Obviously now being at the Swans Districts in your second year now, Lily. So how's your time been in terms of connection with players, and who's some of your favourite teammates you got down at the club?
Yeah, I feel like I've connected really well this year with all the players. Like I love it. It's so much fun every time I go down. Definitely like Eliza Jelmy. She's a really good backliner. She's my boss actually as well. Yeah, and I love her to bits. She's good fun. And then Kingy and Karis. Yeah, we just have a brawl really. We have so much fun. Like even when we're out to the gym or putting in that extra work, like we're always enjoying it together and trying to make each other better.
For sure. And as you know, I mentioned we were talking off camera about some of the people I've had on for the districts, and Kingy and Karis are in the Gold King comp that I was a part of with Gemma Sky as well from the district, and Jaime Henry, who's now obviously moved to the Bulldogs. Those two in Kingy and Karis, you can't split them two up. I've known that firsthand now, witnessing it and just seeing from afar as well.
Yeah, I'm pretty upset I didn't get an invite, but it's all right. Next time I'll win. It's fine.
I know I feel bad in saying this, but trust me, I'll talk to you off reasons. But yeah, don't worry. Next time you down the Perth, over down Vic way, we'll get something sorted for sure. For sure. I might have really fun and again, full disclosure, that was probably the most enjoyable Gold King comp I've ever done, and I've done over 30, and that's probably the most enjoyable one, not because of the quantity, but how everyone's so involved.
Yeah, they're great people. They're great people.
Absolutely. Now, you were talking off camera about Jaime Henry, was saying about, obviously, she's moved to the Doggies of AFLW side for pursue AFLW opportunities, but you're telling me off screen that you actually grew up with knowing her for a while.
Yeah, so we went to primary school together. We're best friends all through primary school. Went to high school together, best friends all through high school. She kind of introduced me in a way to the sport. Like I remember we'd go down to the park. She kind of teach me how to kick when we were younger. Yeah, it was great having that good friend and support system really with things that I want to do.
For sure, Jamie's a ripper, and I've gotten to know, as I said before, for a while now. All right, so at the districts, how do you feel you started the season so far? Obviously, some mixed results, some interesting results, some good wins, including on the weekend against Subiaco. But how did you feel in that game, Lily, where I can't remember who it was because the camera, I couldn't tell through the camera, it was a mile away. Someone was on the field, on the ground. There was like a minute to go. It was in hour 50. I say hour 50. Someone had the shot from 60 odd meters out, and then the time obviously doesn't stop, right? And kind of cost.
Yeah.
That's a one rule. I was going to mention this later. I'll mention it now. The rules. Would that be something you change, Lily? That where this time actually stops?
Yeah, 100%. I think it was supposed to, but unfortunately it just didn't. And we're also passionate, like we're a really passionate bunch, and we're quite upset with that because obviously we all back each other and we reckon we would have got a shot and won that game. It was obviously a close one, but we'll just have to go and beat them the next time we verse them.
Absolutely. Now, I know, again, we spoke this often, but I'll say it on here. Obviously, when I had that Golden comp and all these people from Perth I've had on, that had the privilege to have on, I put some challenges out to some people and I said, okay, you've got to make me pick a team. And obviously, as we just mentioned, obviously pick the districts. What do you feel the appeal is of the district, and why should people jump on the bandwagon like I have?
Of the Swans team?
Yes.
Oh, definitely because we're just such a passionate bunch. We all love the sport. Like, if you ever come to a home or away game, like all the fans are always yelling. Like, it's a great environment to be in. I definitely reckon our team has got like a really funny and like special like individual people that are just like make it so fun. It's a good environment, really.
Absolutely. What would you say, obviously playing through the midfield, Lily, at 173 centimetres, what would you say is some of your biggest strengths as a footballer?
I'd definitely say that I can read the play very well. Like, I can kind of gather where it's going to go, or like, yeah, read it quite well. I reckon I've got a pretty good kick. Sometimes we obviously do miss our targets, but yeah, for the most part, I reckon I can really pinpoint those ones. Yeah, I reckon there's always things to improve on, obviously, but I reckon this year I've really tried to like smash out the things I'm bad at to make them one of my strong suits. Yeah.
That's good. Obviously, as you said, you haven't been playing for footy for a very long time compared to some others. So, would you have any personal, individual awards or any premierships throughout the short time in the short time in the footy competitions that you've been a part of?
Yeah, the first year I played at Swans, so it wasn't last year, the year before. I played, I think it was 3 club games. So I
Yep.
played 3 club games that year, and I managed to get like 3rd overall best of the whole club comp. Yeah, so that was one. We won a premiership. My club team won a premiership that year, but none really that I've been like too a part of, or yeah. But hopefully this year.
Yes, well, that's the case now. If you were to use an AFL, AFLW play comparison, Lily, to type of style of midfielder that you play like, who would you say that would be?
Oh, that's a tough one.
Mm.
Someone that I play like. I don't know too many AFL players, but I know I definitely like aspire to be like Nick Dacos. Like, obviously he's a great player. I love the way he plays. Yeah.
That's it. He's wearing the same colours as you. So there's the start of the resemblance there, black and white.
Yeah. Yeah.
that's some connection for sure. All right. So in terms of teammates, again, actually no, we'll leave that to one. You were talking about goals before, Lily. So would you rather mark or goal of the year? Which one would you rather do and why?
Oh, that's a tough one. Probably mark of the year, because I don't think you get many female players that can like take a screamer. It's a tough one. It depends. If it's like a goal after the siren, definitely a goal to win the game. But yeah.
That's nice. We're going to get to some more gold-related questions in a second. So, would you be one, if you were to get a mark or goal of the year contender, Lily, would you be one, or not a contender, forget about contender, win the whole thing, would you be one to post it?
Or I'd like to stay pretty humble, so probably not. But like I feel like, yeah, people would just know. People would tell me, yeah.
That's very true. But in a way, though, I know it's only a bit of banter, but like in a way, I mean, unless your name's Jeremy Howe, no one takes mark of the year every year or every
Yeah,
week.
true. I don't know,
Yeah,
maybe if I'll yeah, have to revisit that one.
I mean, we'll probably share it for you anyway, so it works out either way, I guess.
Yeah.
How it is, I guess. Now, goals. Go-to goal celebration. Lee, do you have a go-to goal celebration? If so, what is it? If not, is there any that people are trying to convince you to do?
Um, definitely had a few questionable people like trying questionable celebrations that people are trying to convince me to do, but I definitely just go for the simple like this one. Because back when I played my state game, my grandpa over like in Europe, I told him that I'd do that for him if I scored a goal. So now it's kind of just a set thing.
And I said it's stuck from that moment, and that's the go-to.
Yeah.
Very good. Speaking of goals against, there's going to be heavy questions related to goals. What is the best goal you've ever kicked, Lily, at any level, at any point in time? It can even, that doesn't have to be in a game. It could be a training or whatever.
Oh, I've definitely. Oh, I kicked in a game of pig actually. I kicked a check side from like the boundary line about 30 out. That was a pretty good one. Probably in waffle, probably would just be like a set shot. Haven't done anything too crazy yet. Hopefully that's to come. But yeah.
Sure. Let's hope so. Just crossed. Now, in terms of the best goal you would love to get, you can be as unrealistic as you want here, Lily. You can add in the moment, the distance, the angle, the occasion. You mentioned something about the siren before. What would you love it to be? You can be again as unrealistic as you like.
Everyone loves to kick, on the grand final goal after the siren, but for me it definitely have to be a snap because I love a snap. Do them at every training, every pig game. It's my go-to. Yeah, snap. That'd probably be it.
Yeah. Most people that have, well, everyone that's been in the golfing comp with me, even some people that haven't, know I love snaps. I mean, if you see Lily, I start posting Instagram reels a lot. So every time I do a golfing competition, I put in the highlights of the video, and all my highlights are goals from the pockets because I don't really kick them from anywhere else. But in saying that, the better one, they look way better than a 10 meter or 20 meters in front.
Yeah, yeah, they do definitely.
Sure, I love doing them. Right, so now, not on the side of goals. Who did you grow up? I know the answer, but I'm going to ask it. Who did you grow up supporting?
Well, like AFL wise.
Yeah, yes, yeah.
It really chopped and changed. I can't lie. It was definitely Frio for my younger years, and then as I grew up, it went to Eagles. Um, but then actually last year I was supporting Collingwood because
Oh,
I know the most players there. But it changes every year. I'm not really. I don't follow many to be honest.
dare I say, Lily, you're not a bandwagon fan where you chop and change to where the Premier is. You're not one of them.
No, definitely not. Definitely not. I just like Collingwood because obviously I like Dacos.
Yeah,
I reckon he's pretty good, and yeah, I just like the way they played last year, so I was rooting for them, and obviously
that's
the colours as well.
yes, of course. You get a match. You want the player comparison, everything. You're just building that connection, as you said about connections. Now, all right. So, what nicknames do you get at the club, Lily, that you like or dislike?
I get Pato a bit.
No,
Not my favourite, but Lily Pat is probably the most common that I love. I love Lily Pat.
Lily, not bad.
Yeah.
Fine, so that there you. Well, it'll be a tongue twister, as they say. All right, coaches' pets. Is there any coaches' pets at the club?
Ooh, coach's pets. Probably not this year. Probably
No.
not. I
Mm.
reckon, yeah, everyone's pretty even this year. I'd say Last year, I was definitely a bit of a coach's pet, like Dancy. He loved me. he loved the way, like, yeah, I'm probably quite loud at training and like a bit of a class clown, some would say. I obviously take it seriously, but love to have fun, you know.
Yeah, you don't want to be dull and boring, Lily. You got to have a bit of energy and a bit of fun in your life and training and that too.
Yeah, but that's obviously why like I'm enjoying it so much. Is definitely that. Like, yeah, I can just go have fun. Don't take it too seriously, but obviously do when I need to. Yeah.
Absolutely. Now, again, on the trend of teammates, there's going to be a lot more teammate questions as well, because I'm always intrigued with anyone to see where this goes. And knowing a few of the girls at your club, it's interesting to see if you mention any of them in these spots. All right, who's some teammates that you feel that fly under the radar a little bit, Lily, that don't get talked about as much as you feel that they should?
Oh, I'm gonna go 100% for Eliza. She is probably one of the best backliners I've ever seen or ever played up against. She's like pretty underrated, but that girl, like, I don't think I've ever seen her miss like or lose a contest. She's
Mm.
really good at ground. Like, yeah, I really rate her. Definitely.
And this one could be really interesting. Who loves the limelight, the attention, the camera, the districts lot Lily, and they cannot get enough of it, and they know exactly what to do when that camera's around.
Oh, that's a tough one. Yeah, that's a tough one. I'd probably have to say Kingy. Kingy be great on camera.
It's
She's a funny one.
it is. Yeah, that
Yeah.
was waiting for you to say that because that's most. I can't remember if everyone said, but most of the girls I've had on from the districts have said Kingy, and as I said, at that Golden Comp, she proved it. She brought it in the whole video that you can see it. How you can tell the difference between who's uh up and about and who's really up and about. It is like
Yeah.
Kingy's at the top of it. She's
Yeah.
good.
She's so bubbly. I love Kingy.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Now, again, on the trend of teammates, this is part of the questions where teammates' hearts may get broken, Lily, and teams may love you more and more for it. Okay, so who is the best chatterbox of the club? The best chatterbox of the club?
The best
Oh,
chatterbox. I'm honestly gonna go Kingy. I'm gonna go Kingy again.
yep, I knew
She's
that
a
was coming.
chatterbox. She loves a chat. She loves like
Yep,
in team meetings. She always has something to say. Yeah, probably Kingy.
you might get a three-peat here. Who is the loudest and quietest teammate?
Loudest and quietest.
Yeah,
Like at the same time or two people?
yeah, separate people. Yeah,
Yeah, okay. Yeah, loudest. Probably, yeah. Kingy or Humpy's pretty loud as well.
oh, yeah, yeah. No, that's fair. Yeah, 3 for 3, Kingy. All right, so good feature here
And
again. All
sorry,
right,
yeah, the quietest as well. Um, quietest would probably be like M Nanit. She's pretty quiet.
that's fair enough. All right. If you were stuck on a deserted island with teammates, Lily, who are you bringing and not bringing, and why?
Oh, how many do I get to bring?
As many as you want. You can bring 5, you can bring 20, you can bring 16. It doesn't really matter. You can bring as many as you want, and you can ship a few off if you like.
I'm definitely gonna bring Tams and Barros.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she's just a great character. Love being around her. I'm gonna bring Karis,
Yep.
Kingy as well. I'd probably bring like I know she was here. Oh yeah, I'll pick someone else. I'd pick Demi. I reckon. I reckon she'd know what to do for some reason. I'm not sure why. She's the captain, so yeah, so she'd know what to do. Probably Liza as well because she's a bit of like a mum figure to me. I'd probably ship off. Um,
Bon voyage.
sorry.
Bon voyage. I think that's what. I think that.
Yeah. I'd ship off. uh, That's a really tough one.
Yeah.
Probably. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go. A couple of the forwards, I reckon. I'm gonna go like. I'd ship off Zappa. I love Zappa, but I feel like she wouldn't be good on a deserted island. Um, uh, probably. Yeah, that's a really tough one. I don't really know. I feel like we'd all be pretty good. We're all pretty rough, I reckon.
That's fair. When I had Zappa on, she was telling me, well, I didn't ask her this at the start of the interview. I think we were midway through, and I was talking about nicknames to her, and she said, "Yeah, no one calls me Courtney, and normally don't ever respond to that. So what did I do for the whole interview beforehand? Call her Courtney, and then, and then once she said that for the back half, I still slipped it up by accident. So she apparently doesn't answer Courtney, so I feel very privileged that she actually answered to me after saying that.
Yeah, it's like Courtney and Kingy. So whenever someone's like Courtney or Kaylee, everyone's like, oh, who's that? Like it's Zappa and Kingy for sure.
With Kingy, I always say Kingy because it just sounds cool. But with
Yeah.
Courtney, I Courtney, and yeah. But anyway, she said what she said, and but she still answered so good. All right. So, what do you feel is the best individual game at the districts, Lily, that you've ever played?
I'd probably say statistical wise, definitely last week. I reckon, yeah, probably last week. I reckon. I'm hoping I'm just getting better and better each week. So hopefully next week's gonna be my best game. But yeah, just really, yeah, probably last week.
It was pretty handy, as I just read out before. Off 26, 2 goals. Can't get much better than that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. The waffle page said 28, so I don't know. So I've been, yeah.
Yeah, all right. I'm going to pull that up because they might be stitching. Let's have a look. We're doing a live. What do you call it? A live research. All right. Let's have a look. Yep, they stitched me up all right. Yeah, 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 they are. I just went back on the actual waffle page, and that's what it says. But okay, I'll believe you because sometimes those sites aren't as accurate actually. So 28 for the 2 goals. I saw the highlights. So that, by the way, did you see that? They post the
Yeah,
highlights
I
page.
did. I did actually.
That wasn't reshared.
Sorry?
You didn't reshare that one. So that answers your question from before that you wouldn't reshare it.
Yeah, true. I wouldn't. Oh, yeah. No, I feel like I'd get like so much shit for that. That's just
Probably.
scary.
Has the districts? I never asked any of the girls this. Have you just got a fine system?
Yeah, we do. I owe $7 this week. It's like $2 for cramping, $2 for hitting the post, falcons, like all sorts. Yeah.
Interesting. Well, gee, thank God there's no fines in my goal kicking comps. I hit the post half the bloody time sometimes. I don't know. You know, it's hard to hit if you actually try and aim for it, but
Yeah,
you hit it
definitely.
aiming for it. It just makes zero
Yeah, I
sense.
know. I know.
Unbelievable is all I'll say to that. All right, so what's something, Lily, someone does at the club that you can't stand, whether that's leaving rubbish around, flat out annoying? Is there anything that someone does that really pisses you off?
Oh, you're gonna get me in trouble here. um,
You don't have if
pisses
you
me
don't.
off.
You can say something without a name, or you can
Yeah,
say
no, I'll say something. It's probably when like people are just like a bit aggressive with the way they give feedback. It's probably like a pet peeve of mine. Or like when someone's like, I don't know, like a few players aren't as loud. So like when they obviously get told off, they probably take it a bit more to heart. And that probably just pisses me off a bit. Or like when people are just lazy at training. I'm like, come
mm,
on. Yeah,
yeah,
that's probably a big one.
yeah. I agree with both of them. In particular, the first one you mentioned is just some people these days just get so you don't have to suck up to people all the time, but like there's a way to go about it too.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Especially then if you fire back at them and then they crack the shit. So, well, you did it, so why can't I do it? It's just hypocritical.
Yeah, no. Sorry, I just have to move. My phone's on one.
And see, I just clicked. And Lily's in a new spot. I'm a magician. All right. So,
Transition.
you should just click the fingers and then you're in a different spot. Magic. All right. So, where was I? So hidden talents. Do you have any hidden talents, Lily, that you've probably never told someone, or something that people know that you have?
That's a really good one. I wouldn't really say I've like, I don't know. A hidden talent could be like I'm pretty good at tennis. I don't know.
Counts.
I love tennis. Tennis is a good one. Or like I can shake my eyes. You know, some people can shake their eyes. But yeah,
Oh,
that's kind of it.
no secret singing lessons that you do. I hear some people like doing that.
Definitely not. I used to play the drums, but that's
Yeah.
about it for musical wise.
I know that's all right. That's fair enough. All right. So quirks. What are some quirks that some people would say, Lily, that you have that you wouldn't necessarily like to admit?
Quirks. I'd probably say like I'm a bit dramatic. I wouldn't like to admit it, but like when I get a double cramp in a game, I like to just maybe I got a big fine for that one, but yeah, probably say that.
Is that where the $7 came from?
Yep. Yeah.
Stiff. Now, are you best mates with the fines master? How are you with the fines master? Are you obviously you're not the fine master because you wouldn't be getting fined, I guess.
Yeah, so it's Taylor Edwards and
I've had a too.
Kayla May.
Yep.
Yeah, like I'm pretty good friends with them. Pretty good friends with Taylor Edwards, more than Kayla May probably. Yeah, just she plays like I like the way she plays. Yeah,
That's fair. The reason
but
I
they still
asked it,
love to fire me, so it's fine.
gee, you talk about being friends and then you still find me unacceptable.
I know, I get so upset, but you can't fight back, otherwise it doubles. So I just have to be quiet.
Typical. So, fun facts. What are some fun facts, Lily, about you that people may not know about you?
Ooh, that's a good one. I'd probably say like I'm just pretty out there. I'm pretty outgoing. Um, I don't know. Fun fact. I work at Toy World for Eliza Jelmy. Family's Scottish, so
Okay.
love
Yeah.
the culture.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I can't really think of anything off the top of my head. Have to get back
That's
to you on that one.
That's all right. That's enough. So if your teammates, Lily, were to describe you in a word or a sentence, what would that word or sentence be?
My teammates would definitely say like I'm just like loud or just out there. Probably pretty fun. I reckon I'm pretty fun and make a lot of people laugh. I like to think so, anyways. So yeah, probably just fun. Yeah, I don't know.
Well, you've got me laughing a few times, so you're succeeding there. Well done. Even though it's not hard to make me laugh, to be honest. But anyway, it'd probably be more the other way. If you don't get me laughing, then there might be something wrong with not me.
Yeah.
Our defenders, Lily, I feel like they don't get enough public recognition in particular at an AFL, AFLW level. Obviously, the mids got the Brownlows, and the rucks get recognised these days in Brownlow votes in men's and women's competitions at that level. And then obviously, the forwards got the Commons. So, do the defenders deserve their own official title at that level as well?
Definitely, 100%. Like the backs, like you can't win games without backliners. They definitely backliners at Swans, like they do so much for us. That's probably like our strongest line.
Mm.
Yeah, so definitely they would deserve that. I know backs don't, obviously get enough recognition. And they probably get the blame most of the time. But I've been a backliner back in my club days, and yeah, it's definitely not an easy job. So 100%.
Mm. Who would you say is the toughest opponent, Lily, you've had to match up on at any point of time in any level?
Um, I'd probably say like Jamie Harkin was kind of hard. She plays for Claremont, or like probably a backliner would be like Eliza. Like she's hard to beat. She really is.
So the boss for a reason. And then you mentioned Jamie. I've had her on as well. She's probably one of, if not the best player in the competition. And again, we talk about how beneficial it is playing alongside against some players at some high level. No bigger test from a WAFLW player side of things than Jamie Harkin.
Yeah. She's tough.
And again, how important is that for you? Obviously, to play turning 18 this year. So then she's I don't know how off the top of my head, maybe mid-20s, but like how important is it to know how you can belong? And she is the definition of the poster person for the competition. That if you can compete with her, you're going to do bloody well yourself.
Yeah. No, like I think it's so good that like I get to verse these people. Obviously, like I want to be as good as all of them, and I love seeing like everyone obviously has little quirks on the field, and I love just being able to pick up on them, either applying them to myself or like learning how to defend it or whatever it is. Yeah.
That's right, for sure. Right, so now this is the hot topic food questions, Lily, where I don't know what's wrong with people here in Australia. They get so worked up over these questions. Now, I've only had 9 people ever get all 6 questions right out of about 100 plus people. And I've only had 6 people say this first question illogically wrong. And also, no pressure, if you answer this first question illogically wrong, you'd be the first Perth person to screw this up. So let's hope you're not the first Perth one. Right.
Oh, no pressure, no pressure.
No pressure at all, none whatsoever. Chicken palmy. Is it a palmy or is it something else?
Definitely a palmy.
See, I like Perth people. I don't like Melburnians. I don't like Adelaide.
It's
whatever you
not
want
a
to call it.
palmer. I don't know whoever says it's a palmer. It's never a palmer. It's palmy.
I know they're clowns, they're goofs, they're geeks, they're whatever you want to call them. But yeah, I don't get it, Lily. I really don't. I mean, you tell someone that says otherwise, I'll tell them. I'll say, spell it out for me. No, it just is. So you're conceding defeat without saying it. I mean, you just spell it as an I. You pronounce it as palmy, Jana, with an I. It's nothing else. And that's not a thing to negotiate. It's factually an I.
Yep, agreed.
Spot on. 1 for 1. Good. Let's see. Keep that streak. Pineapple on a pizza, yes or no?
Absolutely.
Okay, that's all right. 1 for 2.
No way you don't think pineapple doesn't belong.
I'm not a pineapple personally. I'm not a pineapple person at
Come
all.
on. Pineapple on pizza is so good.
I
It
might
just
have
adds that like fruity like taste. It just makes a pizza better.
Fair enough. I mean, I might have accidentally had it. Does that count? Not that I ordered it.
No, definitely not. You have to get a Hawaiian. It's so good.
Again, I've had that not accidentally, maybe a long time ago. Now it's just not. It's not that. All right, tomato sauce, cupboard or fridge?
Definitely fridge.
Sorry, I just cut out for like a half a second. Then what'd you say then?
Fridge.
Not bad. I'll cop that 2 out of 3. Now,
Do you reckon it's cupboard or fridge?
I say I don't mind either. I'm going to say the opposite of what you just said and say cupboard. But quite frankly, honestly, I don't care. Like,
yeah.
If I had to pick, I'd choose cupboard. But I'll cop that answer because I don't mind either. That's how someone always gets incorrect. It goes for everything. So no one's ever going to get under 1 because I always count that one. Unless someone says they don't want it at all, then they'll get a 0. That might be the only way they get a 0. Anyway, so the lowest score, by the way, is about half the comp on 3. So just get one more right, and you're near the bottom. All right. So this one is, I think you'll be safe, but we'll see. Favorite food.
Oh. Okay. This is an interesting one, all right? Are you ready?
Lily.
It's got to be like froyo, like frozen yogurt. Or just yogurt in general. I love like frozen yogurt. Like Yochi.
Yeah,
so
yes.
good.
now I'm not going to fully spoil that Gold King comp if you hadn't seen it, but let's just say someone in your team had a bet with someone else in their team, and they said if they beat that individual, they would get free Yoshi. And you might connect the dots who it is, but yeah, that's
Nah, definitely. The whole team loves Yoshi. We always go.
oh,
So I bet I can. Guess who that was.
might have started with a C. Yeah, I'll cop that. I like that answer. And to be honest, you're gonna be shocked when I say this because a lot of the girls were when I first brought this up. Now I know it now, but 3 months ago, a month prior to the Gold King comp, when I first had a lot of the Perth girls on, they would say sombreros, 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 or the other one. What's the other one?
GYG.
Thank you. That's the other one. Yep. And they would say sombreros, and I said to the very first few people that I said this to, they were speechless. They were like, "What the?" I said, "What is sombreros?" Like I knew the name, I just didn't know what it was associated with. Yes, that was their reaction. Yes, I love it.
What? That's my dinner like 4 times a week.
But trust me, when I find one here in Victoria at Geelong, I'm going to go there and I'm going to post it. I'm not one that posts food reviews because I'm a football page, but you bet your bottom dollar when I do find one, I'm posting and I'm going to take the whole freaking Perth squad I've had on and they go, "See, I finally found one."
Yeah, good. You should. It's so good.
Well, apparently there's one about 30 to 40 minutes away, apparently. So if we end up going near there, I'm going to go there. That's going to be one of my goals for this year. Forget any football goals. That is going to be the goals, one of them. All right, so that's so that's a good one. So yogurts, that's a good choice. All right, food you don't like. So you're safe now, but food you don't like.
Food I don't like. Oh, I hate olives. I
Mm-hmm.
hate olives. So much.
Yeah, Cooper agrees with you. Well done. That's yuck, absolutely yuck. That's 4 out of 5, not bad. One more of these side of things. Favorite takeaway place?
Has to be Zammy's. Definitely Zambros. I don't really eat the other places, so yeah, definitely Zambros.
Go to sombreros order.
Or gotta be black beans, white
Mm-hmm.
rice, and then pork, lettuce, no onion, tomato
Okay.
and corn, and then chipotle sauce.
I should give you a bonus point just for saying Chipotle sauce. I'm a Chipotle fanatic. I'm a spicy mayo fanatic. Not garlic aioli or garlic mayo.
No, hate garlic. Yes.
I like garlic bread, but yeah, not that.
Yeah,
But
not sauce. It's too much.
No, it is too much. Yeah, spicy mayo I can tolerate. Chipotle, that's the bomb. That's one of the sayings people say. But regardless, that's a good choice. And all the stuff you had on there, I don't mind that. Now I have to ask you this because someone earlier today that I had on shocked me when they said they don't like cheese. How are you with cheese? She didn't mention their cheese there, so I was a bit concerned there. Do you like cheese?
Yeah, I like cheese.
Okay, good.
Sorry, yeah, I do have cheese and sour cream on it as well. Yeah, I like cheese. I'm not too big on it or too bad. Like it's just cheese really.
Because I've got a good friend I've known for a very long time since primary school, and he, high school, and he hates cheese. It's a funny story. I want to know what your reaction is to this, and it's pretty funny. He's at a restaurant in Melbourne, and which is where again Geelong we are, so about 45 to an hour away. And he's got in the restaurant. And he's ordered chicken palmy. Everyone again repeat it. And he had no cheese on it. Okay, and I roasted him for it.
Yeah,
He's not.
That's a bit strange.
See, I'll make the fake name here. See, John, it's weird. And I'm not the receptionist, the waitress's reaction. You know how normally they don't really debate things, right? She went toe to toe with him and debated. It's like, what is wrong with you? And he told me this. I thought he was bullshitting. I'd probably get someone he was with to verify. It was legit. She was actually going off on him. And what's wrong with you? That's what I told him, but I didn't expect them to say that.
No, good on her. That's valid.
It's definitely valid. See, John. Now, so what are some of your most prized possessions, Lily, that you own?
Oh, my prized possessions. That's a tough one.
Mm,
Um, uh, I can't say I really got anything in particular. I definitely have like a little teddy that's been with me since I was a kid.
yeah,
But for prize possession, I've got like some jewelry that mean stuff to me. But like nah, at the moment it's just yeah, footy, footy work. That's kind of it at the moment.
that's fair. Now I always find this very intriguing now with photo days. I'm sure you had photo days. In fact, I think you're pretty sure you have. So, team photo day, Lily, who is the one that just completely overdoes it? They can look $1,000,000 already, but they just want to look at a million bucks.
Definitely probably Eliza.
Mm.
She'll love the fake tan the night before, get all glammed up, but yeah.
That's who would. How would you rate yourself in that sport? Would you be just like nice and basic? Do you overdo it as well? Do you
No,
go?
definitely not. I'm definitely just a rock up, take a
Mhm.
picture and leave. Yeah.
Yeah, everything and leave. That's a catchphrase that a wrestler uses. All right, so uh, that's why. By the way, that's why I was in Perth that time. Because wrestling that was at Optus. All right,
Oh,
so yeah,
nice.
that was at late Feb. That was February 28th, I think. It was a Saturday night. Anyway, and I was there for the weekend. All right, so all right, favorite music.
Ooh, I have an artist that I love.
Hmm?
It's Khalid. You know, like
Oh, yeah.
Young, Dumb and Broke and Location and all that. Definitely my favorite artist. Definitely a footy. Some of the girls have got me into country a bit.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I quite like that. But for the most part, love like Taylor Swift, Rihanna. I
Mm-hmm.
love it all pretty much.
Good. I'm glad you mentioned Taylor Swift because I was bringing it up. Now, again, I don't know how many times I tell other people this because I don't know why, but I'm not a Taylor Swift fanatic. I'm not a hater. I'm not a Swiftie. I'm none of that. I don't mind her. I'm probably warming to her more than I was 3 months ago. So you mentioned Taylor Swift. So obviously you're a Taylor Swift fan. Are you a fanatic fan? A Swiftie?
No, definitely not. Definitely not. My friend Lamana, who lives in Melbourne, actually,
Okay.
yeah, she's a major fan, and I was kind of a bit of a hater because I was like, she's overrated, but yeah, she's alright now. I like a few of her songs.
Because the reason I bring this up, Lily, I mean, nothing to do, not because I'd like Taylor Swift, but so funny story too. I was just someone was annoying me, right? Okay, this is a true story, and he was talking crap. So I said to again, fake name John, and I said to John, mate, just shake it off. And obviously, you know what that is, right? And he hates Taylor
Yeah.
Swift. I didn't intentionally say that Taylor Swift reference. It was just words that came out of my mouth, and he got so worked up. I was like, I don't like that piece of. Stop talking about that. I'm like, all right, calm down. All right. Anyway, and geez, John, all you got to do is hate, 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 and that was intentional. And,
That was funny. That was funny.
uh, I'll still do it now. And one other thing to top it all off on this StreamYard, which is the site we're using, and when I'm always the host, right? So I've got all these things where I can add these banners and pictures and videos and audios, and I've got the Taylor Swift song on here, and I play it every time he's on, and he's pissing me off. I put that on top of all those other phrases, and he's screaming at me, "Turn that shit off!" No, shut keep playing it, and it works. It works. So that's it. So I'm liking Taylor Swift more purely because of that hatred he has for those songs, or that song in
Yeah, you just
particular.
like to annoy him a bit. Bit like
Oh,
me. Love to annoy my friends.
so if, if there's anyone that hates Taylor Swift that Lily, and you want to annoy them, or they're annoying you, there you go. You're
I just
welcome.
tell them to shake it off.
Yes, exactly. You're welcome. I love it. I love how unintentional the first time and how worked up you got, and now I love doing it. All right. So, oh, game day superstitions, Lily. Do you have any game day superstitions that you must do?
Oh, you know what's funny? This year I've been a bit superstitious. It's more like I feel like I might have OCD or something, but like if someone like high fives my right hand, they have to high five my left hand, and it's only on game day. It's really weird. Everyone knows it though. Like people would do it just to annoy me, but yeah, I just have to do the right hand and the left hand. And then I also night before pasta. That sometimes I don't do, but yeah, just normally that.
Yeah, that's fair enough. I mean, you hear about all these people that are got all these superstitions. They have all these type of things. But what would happen, Lily, if one of those things that you do wasn't able to happen? How would you go? Would you freak out? Go, oh my god, I can't do this. What the hell? How would you go about that?
I think it would annoy me for a bit, but I'd get over it. Like definitely, like if someone does like high five my right hand or something like that, it annoys me, but like I get over it. It's fine. It doesn't bother me. It doesn't stay on my mind.
That's fair enough. Now, this is called a word association. So I'm going to say a word or a thing, and you've got to name one word to describe this. All right. Kingy,
Fun,
Karis,
funny,
Courtney, okay, Zappa,
quick,
Indiana West,
speedy,
and the boss, your boss.
Eliza,
Yeah,
dramatic.
the boss is dramatic.
Yeah, the boss, the boss.
The dramatic boss. The dramatic boss.
Yeah, that's her.
Yeah, that's not a nickname. You can try that out. See how that works. You might get fired. You might not.
Yeah, I might get in a bit of trouble after this one.
I said that. I said that, Eliza. Right, all right. So, yeah, we talked about rules earlier, Lily, about, if you're now about obviously the time on and everything, and I'm sure this will feature in this question, but if you were the WAFLW CEO for a day, what rule are you adding and or removing?
I'm getting rid of the stand rule. I think
Yeah.
it's got to go. I reckon, yeah. It makes the game almost go too quick. So like the ball just like can go over and because people can just run past you, so you're kind of useless. Which I suppose you should like stand 5 off, but yeah,
Mhm.
definitely that rule. And then yeah, that'd probably be it, to be honest.
Yeah, for sure. And yeah, we don't want to talk about that game when the time on all that crap.
Yeah, no, that shouldn't even be a question. That was poor from them.
Yeah, I don't like that at any level. I've seen that a lot of state leagues. I don't like it because you bring that. Now, I suppose if you're on the winning side of things, individually you might not care and you think it's fantastic, but realistically, when you think about it long term and that, I think it's crap. It invites cheating. Like, it's not cheating because it's in the rules, but you shouldn't have that exploitation to cheat the rule.
Yeah.
And then people won't do it if the time stops because there's no point in doing it then.
Definitely.
But here we are. Now, jumper number. Lily, what jumper number do you wear, and is there any meaning or significance behind it?
So I wear number 14. My favorite number is probably 4, but Boss Lady wears that, so can't have that one. Yeah, there's all the other numbers were kind of taken, but 4 is my favorite number, so 14 was kind of the closest I could get. I think it's a good number too.
Gee, Eliza, the boss. Jeez, she's really bossing you around here.
Nah, love it, love it.
Yeah. Oh, gee, that's funny. That's a coincidence as well. I just stream. Right. So a few more for you, Lily. So I do really appreciate you coming on. All right. Actually, no, I'll leave that one to last. All right. So I just want some general footy questions for yourself in terms of the WAFLW. How far can this team go this year?
We can definitely win a flag this year. 100%. We just definitely in the games, I don't know if you've seen, like we just make some silly decisions. Even myself, like we just make some silly decisions that shouldn't be made or give away free kicks that just shouldn't be given away. But I think we're definitely pulling our heads in and like acknowledging that. But we work so well together. We're pretty connected this year. And yeah, we can 100% win the flag.
For sure. I mean, yeah, I've seen the majority. I haven't been able to see all of them due to clashing with everything. There's always bloody clashes and stuff. But
Yeah.
I definitely saw I saw that game where that stupid thing happened, and definitely the first 2 in a row. I think I missed one only, and the one on the weekend that's one I didn't see. So, but yeah, I definitely kept track of the scores. But it was a nice win over Subi. But yeah, obviously, it will be good to see how the girls go this week, and then from then on. All right, so last one. And this is probably the biggest question of them all because it's the most important thing for you individually. If you could map out a dream scenario, Lily, for yourself from right now all the way until the end of the year, how would you love this season to pan out for you?
Definitely love to be like getting like 20 plus disposal each week. I'd love to make it into the state team. I've wrote down like a couple goals for myself this year. I wrote at the beginning of the year, and just ticking off a few of them. Just have like so much fun. Like I just want to really enjoy the people. And then obviously December comes around. Love to get drafted. That'd be a dream. Just really good stats, good gameplay. Like win all the games as a team. Have just have a great year.
Absolutely. Not only myself, but I'm sure a lot of people, Lily, would love to see that happen. And one more to that. You mentioned about stats. I'm a stats fanatic, Lily. I'm like you with stats, just looking at it. How often do you go into looking at the stats, not only for yourself, but teammates in opposition to kind of like scouting in a way? Do you do that with other teams and scout how they're going?
No, I can't lie. I'm definitely like a bit against that. Like when everyone's like, "Oh, this person's playing, this person's playing," like I'd never have any clue of who they are because I just feel like it'll get a picture in your head. Like if someone's good, I'll be versing them and I'll say, "Oh, like yeah, they're pretty good," kind of thing. Like rather than you think they're good because then it's in your head and then you might play worse. Like so, I just treat everyone the same. I don't like to look up on them. Yeah, but
Yeah.
like for my stats as well, like I'm definitely like I'm not a fanatic about it. I'm not so like obsessed with it, which is a good thing. But yeah.
That's fair. That's some good advice that my mind need to take on board there, Lily. Because I'm too much into looking at this. Maybe while we had a losing streak in cricket for over 1,000 freaking days. It was broken towards the end of the year, thank God. Won 2 of our last 5 games, but we hadn't won a game before that for 1,092 days. Yeah,
Wow.
yikes. But that's some good advice. No, I will take on, Lily, what you said there, but everyone should. Now, the most important stats for you is what yours are. So I really appreciate you coming on. I'm sure we'll do round 2 of this at some point throughout the year. It's been a pleasure having you on, and go the Swannies
Yeah, I'd
and all
love
that.
to. Definitely.
Sounds
Thanks so
good.
much for having me on. Like it was great fun. Great getting to know you. Keep annoying your friend with Taylor Swift.
Oh, I love that. Thanks again
And
for
you
that.
need to get some